back to you, Senator Sifuna.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, everyone. Governor and the team from Bomet. My name is Edwin Sifuna, Senator Nairobi. I'm a member of this committee.
Chair, delegation from Bomet led by Governor Cherargei, this is my name, Senator of Republic of Kenya, representing the great people of Nandi County.
Senator Dulo, go on record.
Fatuma Dulo, Senator Isiolo, and a member.
And I'm Moses Sen.Kajwang, Senator from Homa Bay. I chair the committee. Today we are working in subcommittees, so some of our members are already engaged in another meeting. Clerks?
Good morning. My name is George Otieno, Committee Clerk.
Good morning. My name is Chris Pastima, Committee Clerk.
Madam Chair, Salat Hussein, Fiscal Analyst.
Good morning, Chair and members. Ndindi Kibathi, Research Officer.
Good morning. Sir John Lekampule, Sergeant at Arms.
Good morning. My name is Charlene Simbi, Hansard Officer.
Chair, that's all from us this morning.
You're welcome. OAG.
Good morning, Chair and members. I'm Muriki Patrick, the liaison officer. Chair, we have a team from our Kericho regional office who are responsible for the audit of Bomet, Kericho, and the Nyamira. But today they're here for Bomet. With the permission, they can come on record.
Good morning. I'm Mesha Konyango, Director of Audit, Office of the Auditor General.
Good morning. Dennis Arogo is my name, Office of the Auditor General.
Chairman, that's all.
You are welcome. Controller of Budget.
Good morning, Chair. My name is Gilbert Gachanja from Office of Control of Budget. Thank you.
And ESCC.
Thank you, Chair. Honorable members, Excellency Governor Patrick Inoti from the ESCC. Thank you.
We think the National Treasury and the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Kenya are also members on this committee, and they should be joining us in due course. Clerk, did we invite the County Assembly of Bomet?
Yes, Chair. We invited the County Assembly of Bomet. Unfortunately, the Clerk of the Assembly is not able to send the members of PACPIC to this meeting this morning.
Fine. We'll proceed with the Executive. Governor, go on record.
Thank you, Chair. I'm Professor Hilary Barchok, the Governor of the great County of Bomet, and I'm accompanied by a team led by CCs.
My name is Rosa Bet. I'm the CC Finance, ICT and Economic Planning. Thank you.
I'm Joseph Kirui, the County Executive Committee Member for Lands, Housing and Urban Planning.
Okay, thank you. I'm Agnes Ngeno, the ECC in charge of education, youth sports and vocational training.
Chair, committee and colleagues from Bomet County, I'm Justus Minor, CCM, member in charge of administration, public service and evolution.
I'm Dr. Joseph Sitonik, the CC member for health services.
Okay, good morning, Chair and members. My name is Langat John, County Attorney.
Chair, my name is Paul Mutahi. I'm the Chief Officer Public Service, Bomet County.
Milka Rono. I'm the Chief Officer Economic Planning.
Chair, I'm Engineer Kemo Ingeno. I'm the Director for Roads.
Chair, I'm Langat Kipkoske. I'm the County Surveyor Bomet.
Chair and the members, I'm Helen Ngetich, the Chief Officer, Gender, Culture and Social Services.
Honorable Chair, my name is Stella Rotich, Chief Officer, ICT.
I'm Dr. John Keter, the Chief Officer, Education and Vocational Training. Thank you. Thank you, Chair. My name is CPS CS Thomas Korit, the Receiver of Revenue, Bomet County. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Chair. My name is Linus Chipkony, in charge of HR, Bomet County.
Honorable Chair, my name is Dr. Sawek Bernard, County Director of Health Services, County Government of Bomet. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair. I am CPA Penat Koske, Head of Accounts.
Good afternoon, Chair.
This is Ngeno Peter, the accountant.
Good afternoon, Chair. I'm Ezra Kirui, Liaison Officer.
Good morning, Chair. My name is CPA Gilbert Langat, accountant.
My name is Honorable Harun Kirui, Chief Officer, Land, Housing and Urban Planning.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, Chair. Mutahi Jonah. Good afternoon, Chair. This is Mutahi Jonah, CEO Finance, Bomet County.
Has everyone gone on record from Bomet County?
Yes, Chair. That is the
Okay.
team.
If that's the case, we proceed to the next order, which is administration of oath.
I, Hilary Barchok, do solemnly swear that the evidence that I shall give before this committee in respect of the matters before the committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Next will be your tabling of management responses.
Mr. Chairman, sir, I hereby table the following documents before the committee. 1. Management responses and accompanying annexures on the report of the Auditor General on the County Executive for the financial year 2024-2025. 2. Management responses and accompanying annexures on the report of the Auditor General on the receipt of revenue statements for the County Executive of Bomet for the financial year 2024-2025. And 3. Management responses and accompanying annexures on the report of the Auditor General on the County Revenue Fund for the County Executive of Bomet for the financial year 2024-2025.
Auditor General, could you confirm that you have reviewed the responses and accompanying annexures?
Chair, we have reviewed the response and the accompanying annexures.
Clerk of the Senate, is the entity compliant?
Yes, Chair. We received the responses within the timelines that you had set.
So unless there is any preliminary matter, we will proceed. I think as a preliminary, I must report that I received a note from Senator Hilary Sigei, the senator representing the people of Bomet, requesting for postponement of the appearance of His Excellency the Governor of Bomet County before the County Public Accounts Committee. And the senator indicated that there was another matter of concern to the county, which was a celebration of the conferment of the Charter of Bomet University, an event of great socio-economic significance to the county, which he had planned to attend. And in light of that, he had requested if we could change the date of appearance of the governor. This letter is dated 5th of February and was forwarded to me in the course of the day yesterday. As chair and as a committee, we are usually very sympathetic to the schedules of fellow senators. And ordinarily, if this request would have come earlier within the timelines that we had indicated for cancellation of meetings, I think it would have found favor with the chair. It would have found favor with the committee. It is unfortunate that it came yesterday when the Auditor General and other institutions had already been mobilized, and that made it very, very difficult for us to accede to that request. So I will respectfully, I think we can capture it in our minutes that the request was considered, but the timing of it made it very impractical for us to reschedule the meeting. So I think with that we may proceed. It's unfortunate that the senator is not able to be with us, but I believe there must be somebody from the senator's office in the meeting. Clerk? There's someone from the senator's office? Yes. You just go on record.
Good morning, Chair and members. My name is Amini Stamili, Senator Sige's researcher.
Okay, you are welcome. Unfortunately, you cannot comment because you're not a member of the Senate, but it's unfortunate that we will not be having Senator Sigei. We take note of his request, but the timing was not practical for us to change the meeting.
Chair, I know he's not a member of the Senate, but I think he's allowed to sit.
Yes, he's allowed to sit.
There's a seat there. Why are you standing?
We might mistake him for the media. Okay, so members, we can proceed with that. Let's go to the report of the Auditor General, starting with the report on the County Executive. We have spent about 2 hours with the auditor going through this report, and we have taken a view on a number of issues which we will not repeat. Governor, the audit has already been done. What we are dealing with is a report akin to an X-ray report or a CT scan. Now we are the doctors to prescribe medication or to prescribe treatment. So we shall not be doing an audit today. We shall just be considering what the auditor, the guy who did the X-ray, we will just be looking at the X-ray results and deciding whether to take you for surgery or to give you an injection or to give you tablets or to give you bed rest. So that's our job today. And if we took that approach, then it could be possible that this meeting can run up to 2 o'clock. We are changing the way we are doing things. We are not going to reopen audit issues, things that have already been established by the Auditor General. We made 3 broad observations about Bomet County. There are 3 things you are doing very badly. 1, financial reporting. 2, human resource management. And 3, revenue collection. Those 3 things you are doing very badly. This report has got 10 issues to do with inaccuracies in financial statements. It has 10 issues to do, actually more than 10 issues, to do with weaknesses in human resource management. And then the receiver of revenue statement has got so many issues relating to systems that are not working, revenue streams that are underperforming. The revenue of Bomet seems to be coming from hospitals and not from productive activities. So I think, broadly speaking, we want to take a global view on those 3 issues. On financial reporting, Auditor General, there are so many inaccuracies in financial statements. These inaccuracies, do they point to loss of funds or they point to professional negligence?
They don't point to loss of funds, Chair.
So if you have 2 pages of inaccuracies, what should the people of Bomet make out of it? Because we must speak a language that the people understand.
Yes.
Unsupported opening balances, inaccuracy of employee costs, inaccuracy of transfers, inaccuracies of receivables, inaccuracy of property, plant and equipment, inadequate disclosure of trade payables, inaccuracy of net assets, inaccuracies in statement of cash flows, inaccuracies in statement of comparison of budget and actual amounts. To that person in Bomet, what is the implication of these inaccuracies? Please help us. You are the one, interpret for us the X-ray results.
It just requires the person who prepares the financial statements to be more responsible and ensure that the balances agree with the schedules and the ledger available.
Chair.
Senator Cheraki?
Chair, I think Meshach, while you are the prosecutor, anyway, we'll take to you to task in camera. Maybe my concern on financial reporting, Governor, is the people who are professionals. And I've had a number of them who are CPA head of accounts and others are accountants. You know, when you notice inaccuracies, these are some of the basic errors that even a first-year accounting class student cannot commit. So the question is, do your officers have capacity to do their job, or they have capacity but they don't want to do it, which will become a dereliction of duty. And if they derelict the duty, Governor, then we'll invite the ISPAC to cite them for professional misconduct, because these inaccuracies, Governor, if through the chair, if it had been resolved at the point of audit, we would not be, you have a number of them, I think more than 8, which indicate inaccuracies that this certificate of the OAG report has indicated to. So my only concern is through the chair, maybe later we'll put it to the Governor, whether the officers who are supposed to be doing this job have the capacity and ability. If they have, yes, then they are derelict their duty, then the committee should pronounce consequences as you have directed.
Senator Wambua, you could go on record. We did the introductions.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Enoch Wambua, Senator, Kitui County, and a member of this committee. Chair, if you allow me, I'll just comment on that inaccuracy. I have just started and gone through, just perused through the document. There are too many inaccuracies, Chair. It can only point to one thing, maybe lack of capacity, or a deliberate attempt by people to do things not right. Because these inaccuracies cannot just be a coincidence. I thank you, Chair.
Governor, do you share our concern?
Chair, before the Governor, sorry to take you back. Now, OAG, you have said it. Report is concerned. And if you clearly say there was no loss of fund, and yet evidences have not been presented to you to confirm that there was no loss of funds, what do you call it? Or how do you term that?
OAG?
Chair, I just talked of these inaccuracies only. I've not addressed the other parts of the report, just on the inaccuracies that we have referred to in the opinion part of the financial statements.
You see, OAG, your report, when I look at it, and even the public, when they look at it, they might expect that this committee is going to carry out surgery without anesthesia on the governor. But then you are telling us that this does not require surgery. This just requires a painkiller.
Then we don't have to be here, Chair. That is a position.
Yeah, because this is your report. And you are telling us he patia inaitwa BRUFEN.
The report is...
That he peana BRUFEN, he don't do a surgery.
Chair, the report is made up of 3 components.
No. We are still on the inaccuracies in financial statements.
Yes.
Because that's where the money is. That's where we are seeing numbers.
Yeah.
So hapo tupeane BRUFEN on inaccuracies. Governor, what is your comment on this? Because we can go issue by issue, point by point. That's a surgery that perhaps Kenyans expect.
Thank you, Chair. And from the onset, I want to point out, Chair, that I also share the same concerns with the committee, because this is something that is done by a professional, people who have been trained in that particular area. And we don't expect to have inaccuracies. I've also discussed with my team, of course, there are excuses here and there. Transition from cash to accrual, I think, became a challenge to some of them. And that's why we are training and building their capacity so that we minimize on these errors. But that is not an excuse, Chair. So we'll take it and follow. And if I find somebody culpable, then we'll take administrative action against those fellows.
Governor, you have seen this report before. Were you involved in the audit exercise, the entry meetings, the exit meetings?
I was, Chair.
And you agreed, so if you are involved, and this report came to Nairobi with all these inaccuracies, then I might be convinced by what Senator Wambua is saying, that this could be a deliberate effort to mask pilferage of funds.
Chair, I was actively involved in the entire process of audit. When I also talk to my officers, I'm told there are things that you can't change in the books once they have been published, unless correction is done in the subsequent financial year. So if you see our responses, probably that's why our auditor was saying there is no loss of funds, but the way figures have been captured, they were captured wrongly. And I don't want to defend my officers. They should have done it right because they have been trained to do that.
No, we'll have to test some of those inaccuracies for us to confirm whether this is just a bookkeeping problem or there is something bigger underlying it. Senator Wambua.
Chair, my only concern then would be if the governor, and he has gone on record saying that he was involved from beginning to the end, so he is not confronting these statements now. He's seen them. And he's saying he was scrutinized, and if he finds that somebody did not do the right thing, he will take administrative action. I'm wondering, if he was speaking in good faith, he would be telling you, Chair, and this committee, that we went through this, and I realized that on inaccuracy number 5, employee name XYZ was responsible for this, and this is the administrative action that I have taken. Because he's not seeing these documents for the first time.
Yeah, so let's test one or two of these inaccuracies. Let's look at inaccuracy of employee costs. Something where there should never be an inaccuracy. You are paying through the payroll, and the figures in the payroll should tie with the figures in your financial statements. So, Auditor, can you read your finding on employee costs?
Thank you, Chair. Inaccuracy of employee costs. The statement of financial performance, and as disclosed in Note 7 of the financial statements, reflects employee costs amounting to 3,500,681,042 shillings. However, review of the payroll revealed employee costs totaling 3,515,184,562 shillings, resulting in an unexplained variance of 14,503,520. Monthly payroll reconciliations against payroll by products to validate the amounts and the number of staff paid were not carried out in the Human Resource Information System. In the circumstance, the accuracy and completeness of the employee costs amounting to 3.5 billion could not be confirmed. Thank you, Chair.
Governor, what's your response?
Thank you, Chair. Honorable Chair, the amounts reported in the Statement of Financial Performance has now been justified by reconciliation of payroll data and payments made as per the notes to the financial statement. A reconciliation of payroll data and the schedule has been carried out and has been availed for audit verification, and this is annexed as Annex 221, that is payroll, ledgers, and reconciliation.
Auditor General, you've looked at that Annex 2.1. As you said, we are not doing the audit today. We are just doing verification.
Yes, Chair.
What is your opinion?
Chair, we've looked at it, and the management didn't amend the financial statements because they could not, so as to address the variance raised.
So what is the true cost?
And there were no monthly payroll reconciliations against payroll by products available for verification. So it's still an ongoing work.
What is the true employee cost? You've reported 3.500, but your payroll indicates 3.515. What is the true cost?
Chair, let me request my CC Finance to respond to that.
Thank you, Chair. The true cost of the employee payments is 3.500,681,041 and 54 cents.
But your payroll indicates 3.515. The payroll should be the source of truth.
That is the concerned figure. It is 3.500.
How did you go back to reconcile the payroll?
We have the annexes, the schedules.
Auditor General, can you help us understand how that works? Because I believe that the payroll is the primary source of data, which should not be altered. You can alter the financials, but not the payroll. Auditor General, what's the assurance here?
Honorable Chair, what you are saying is the truth. That is the true position. The payroll, the compensation of employees can only be derived from the payroll. And in this case, the payrolls for the period that is under review, July 1st, 2024 to 30th June 2025, clearly indicated, and we broke down the figures to the management of the county, 3,515 million.
So
we still
see what other magic is this? You know, Sifuna will start telling you about the numbers that come from polling stations and the numbers that arrive at